Good morning, everybody. We are here. Bridget finally made it from me rescheduling her, which was just terrible. I'm so sorry. You guys, look at how beautiful her room is. First of all, the color. I love the color. That is you can see it's actually on screen. You can see it's my color. I love it.
Yeah, I am all about the loud, in your face,
Yeah.
sassy pinks.
Bold, bold colors.
About the loud, in your face,
Oh, I got to
sassy
turn
pinks.
this down. All right. So, you guys, I just got to take a minute to brag about my grandson. First of all, last night, now he's rolling to the point where you put him on his back, you blink, and he's up like this. Like, what are you doing, Grandma? What are you doing? So, perfect. I did hear him cry for the first time last night. He's he's almost 7 months old. And I heard him cry for the first time because he hadn't had a nap all day and he just couldn't let himself go to sleep. So he did cry. All right, I'm done with bragging about my nephew. My grandson. So now, so Bridget, just before you came on, I was messaging with the person who booked one of my classes for Saturday. She
Mm-hmm.
changed. Now, I don't know if you watched yesterday, but I had to go in the basement to get some of the supplies for Saturday. So I go in the
Right.
basement, I get everything done, and the basement is the trap door to hell, just saying. So I come up and sorry, the cat's chasing the dog. I come up, I get everything, I get a message from her. Um, I want to switch to rock painting. Um, okay. Oh, okay. So guess where all my paint is?
Yeah. Back down
All
in
my
the basement.
in the basement. I can't even. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's almost worth it to just buy a set on Amazon and have it delivered tomorrow because I don't know if I want to go back down there. I don't know if I want to go back down there. I don't think I can. I don't have it in me. So that was my day. Hmm. All right. So who? For anybody that doesn't know you, and we already have one of your friends here, Mel. Hi, Mel. She's here
Mel,
because you're here.
yes. Mel is my partner on Monday nights. She makes going live possible for me as a bit introverted and, you know, doing the
It's
live thing is
tough.
hard when you're not one to be the center of attention.
Right, right. I get it. Um, I heard, I don't know where I heard it, probably Seinfeld. I think I heard on Seinfeld that 99% of the world is more scared of public speaking than they are of death. Think about that. They're scareder to talk in public than they are to die. I
I
am one of those very rare people. I would stand up in front of a stadium of 1,000 people and just talk. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. So I don't know where it came from. I don't know why, but I just talk. You maybe because if I can laugh at myself, I don't care if others laugh at me, and I laugh at myself all the time. Let me just tell you. Good morning, Michael. Wow, we've got Margie and Michael. Ah, and Michelle. Mama, Margie, Michael, Michelle, Melissa, Karen. Good morning, everybody. Margaret. I don't want to miss anybody. I'm just going to stroll quick. Kimberly, hello. Good morning.
Miss Margie.
Marianne. Marianne, I was just watching your video for this morning. All right. So, Bridget, for anybody that doesn't know you and doesn't know your channel, first of all, Margaret, if you could please pop a link, you probably already have, to Bridget's channel. Put that in there. And then tell us a little bit about your channel. What is your mainstream? Why should we pop on over there? Thank you.
Well, if you're into squirrely crafters, I am the one for you because I'll come on and tell you when I first started out, all I knew how to do was crochet. I mean, I could cross stitch, done it before. I can macrame, done it before. But all I did was crochet. And I literally said, I am never going to knit. I am never going to dye yarn. I'm not interested in spinning. No. Guess what your girl does now?
Guess what?
All of the above.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, I have my own line of bags, which are back
Over
here.
there, I see them. I love them. Are those
Um,
owls?
hmm?
Are those owls that I'm looking at hanging up behind you? Is
I
that bag an
have an
owl?
apple top, but no, right there is that's a shawl that I made with a bunch of my
Beautiful.
amigurumi in it, and that is my wedding dress.
Oh my goodness.
And then I got these little guys back, oop, right there. Those are my
Yep.
trolls. So
That
that
is
way we
awesome.
never need a troll when I'm in the chat because we've already got them.
And we're lucky here because I have Marianne. I'm so sorry for my voice. It may go. I'm not sure. I have Marianne and she's got her troll bat at the ready at all times. So hold on. Someone popped in. Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Welcome. And someone else came in. Dana. Good morning, Dana. So what inspired you? Well, you say you like all crafts, but what inspired you to first crochet? When did you first pick up your hook?
The very, very first time I ever picked up a hook, my grandma tried to teach me when I was probably around 6 or 7 years old. But I was a kid in a very bad living situation, and grandma was about the only calm voice in my life. But because of the situation I lived in, I was such a nervous, intense child that my chain literally went in a spiral. Like it
Yeah,
was, there was no putting your hook back through those stitches.
super tight.
So, she just had me do plastic canvas with her instead, which was great. It was wonderful. But then 7 years ago now, I moved in with my fiance. And we have two little long-haired dachshunds, miniature long-haired dachshunds.
Oh,
And
cute.
he's a swing shift worker, so he
Okay.
works 12 hours at a time, sometimes all night, sometimes all day. Don't really need little dogs going through the house, yap, yap, yapping all the time, especially when you want to go outside to go potty.
Yep.
I decided, well, I can teach them to ring some bells and then I'll let them outside. But I didn't have anything to put the bells on. And I'm like, well, I don't want to spend a bunch of money because I hate spending money. Look around me, all this here. I hate spending money.
Touche.
I'd rather make it myself. It's
Yes.
always cheaper. So I was like, well, I'll get some yarn and I'll macrame a cord because I know how to macrame and I'll put the bells on it. It'll work great. Didn't like it though. It just wasn't, it was too flimsy. I didn't like it. So I'm like, you know what? My grandma used to crochet and I remember her teaching me how to do a chain. And I know you can look on things on YouTube how to do stuff, right? So I went looking on the YouTubes how to, make a flat something,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I did the chain and I made like a belt essentially. I put some bells on it and I taught my dogs how to, ring the bells and let me know they had to go outside to go potty. Well, I was, as they say, and my second project was I made some little baskets to hold like smelly good stuff, potpourri stuff on the
Really good stuff.
counter. And then I found Crystal and she showed me how to make like this little it was like a baby um like shorts, like a bib overalls. But I'm like, you know what? I want a pair of shorts. So if I make this to go around my waist instead of a baby's waist, and I followed Crystal, but I did my own thing. This was my third project, and I made myself a pair of crochet shorts. And yes,
Awesome.
I rock them. I do not go like to the grocery store in them.
Do it. Do
But
it.
like if I'm going to the beach and I have like my swimming suit on, oh, I'll rock those things all day
Good for
long.
you. Oh, I'm jealous. Now I want to. I'm writing it down on my want to do list. I want to make myself shorts.
I've made two pair now, and
I
I love.
love it. What color are they?
The first pair is black and gray, and the next is pink.
I love it. And I'll tell you what, before COVID, before the world went crazy, I would make sure My hair was perfect. I was dressed. I'd go to the store now. Mm-mm. They get me how they get me. You don't like it? Look away. So I say, go wear those shorts. You do it. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Mary King. Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. I can't see how many we have. We have 28. Woohoo! And only 15 thummies, you guys. So if somebody could smash that button, big bucks, no whammies, that'd be great. Sugar Diamond, wow. Sugar has made it, what, like 5 in a row, 6 in a row? Very exciting. So, have you tried, and because Michael's on here, I have to ask, and because I'm recently obsessed, have you tried Tunisian crochet?
I have. It was not my bag, but that is, I believe, probably just like in knitting, the tools. So I'm also a knitter. Uh, I tried with the long Tunisian hook. Yeah, hurt my wrist, hurt my hands. Couldn't get past a couple rows. I had one very cheap Tunisian cabled. I'm assuming that is as in knitting that your cables make a difference. And yeah, I couldn't with those.
Yeah.
So one day when I have a little bit of time in my schedule to throw another craft in there, I might just get a decent
Yeah.
cable Tunisian needle and give it a go again
Yeah.
because it was fun. The
Yeah.
stitch
And I
work was
find it
fun.
really relaxing and challenging. And I don't want to say that I'm bored with crochet because I'm certainly not. I'm doing it at least a few hours a day every day. Sorry. Um, but the newness of the Tunisian right now really has my brain sparked. So you're a lot like me in that you do every craft. You know what I mean? And so you and I have the same brain. So you can't just like say you're taking a walk in the woods. You don't just look down and say, "Oh, there's a stick." You look down and say, "Oh, that could be this or this or that or this, or I should collect a bunch of those because I can make this or this." And that is, it's a gift and a curse, as you well know, because you just can't say, "Oh, hey, a stick," and walk away. And is there one craft other than crochet, which you said is your, is there one that you absolutely love but don't have enough time to get to?
Spinning. I absolutely, hands down, since I started doing it, spinning is my love.
Now, can
It
you
is my
explain spinning a little
favorite.
bit because I only know a little of it.
Well, I have
I
four
watch
different
I watch
ways.
Cinnamon Stitches. I watch Cinnamon Stitches, and she just started it, and
Mhm.
so that's all I've been exposed. What is that?
This
Holy
is my
moly!
Astro Joy 2. It is my spinning wheel that goes with me. My fiance recently had both hips replaced, and while he was in having surgery and I was in the waiting room for hours on end, I spun yarn.
Wow,
So I just put
that
this in a
is
little pack and off we go, and I take it out and I spin up whatever I want. Matter of fact,
now. Oh my goodness! Look at you. Oh, I love the boxes on the. No, you know I'm gonna have to. Why'd you have to
that
do
is
that?
all either my fiber or my hand spun yarn.
That is so cool. See, I've seen her do something as simple as it's like a spindle, and she just
Yeah.
spins it, and yeah. So okay,
I
well that
have
looks like fun.
ginormous walking wheel, the one that's like the wheel is taller than I am.
Wow.
One of those out in my sunroom, my plant room. And then I have a junky one that I don't really care about, and then I have two Ashfords. I
That's
also have
cool.
drop spindles. I really, really enjoy them, like on the go and stuff like that. But it's a very slow process with drop spindling. And well, when you don't have much time to devote to it, you want something that
Right,
up a little bit faster.
right,
But spinning
right.
is a very expensive hobby to get into.
Because you got to buy the fiber, which is, it,
The
yeah.
fiber is cheap. The fiber is the cheapest part of the whole deal.
So what's the expensive part? The toys,
The tools
or the
for
quantity?
prepping the fiber and spinning wheels have they're worse than yarn, and they breed like bunnies.
I get it. I get it.
You know, because different wheels do different things. Just like
Yeah.
if you've ever done weaving, different looms do different things. So if you want to make the really fine yarn, you might want this spinning wheel over here. Now, one I just showed you will do a vast variety from thicknesses. But there are certain wheels that are set up to do the funky art yarn. There are
Wow.
other wheels that are set up to do, the very fine, delicate yarns, And then there's other wheels that are set up to do flax, to spin linen rather than to spin wool or
So you have a
cotton.
spinning room. Is your living room going to be your spinning room next?
Yeah, I pretty much do spinning in here, or I go outside and I sit in. I have like just about 7 acres here, so I have a really nice big yard,
Nice. Good
and
for
I love
you.
to go outside and be around my animals and just do some spinning.
Now,
I
what
want
animals do you have?
to be the old lady, but um, right now, besides the dogs and the inside cat, we have a Juliana pig, and I have a few ducks.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, earlier this spring, we had a couple of stray dogs get onto the property and hurt my goat and my other pig.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, and I know how attached you can become to goats because my sister Linda has 4 goats, and that's all she talks about. I don't know if
I,
she's on here. I didn't see.
and
Good morning, Datag, and good morning to Bear. We have a lot of nice or fun new people here today. And I just want to
bear,
make sure nobody's asking you a question. Da, 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 da.
yeah, I shared you out on
Morning,
my
Amber.
community tab too, so that my people could find us over here.
um, if you can you see the chat as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just don't want you to miss anything. Okay. So, what are your, other than your spinning wheel, what is your go-to crochet gadget? Do you have, like, we all have our hooks and we all have this and that, but do you have a gadget? Like, someone gave me one of those rings and I can't use it. Like the
Now,
tension.
I'm not really one that follows the trends and needs
Yeah.
all the, like,
Just do what's
like,
in your brain.
well, that and there are certain things like that I can't have, like the wool genies. Everyone raves about them. They think they're fabulous, but
Hmm.
I can't have one because they have a very strong magnet in them. And I have a pacemaker
I was going to
defibrillator.
say a pace mark.
Strong
Yeah.
magnet defibrillators, not a good. They don't play
No,
well
no.
together.
That's funny you say that because I have one being delivered today. I was enabled for that one. I can't remember
Yeah,
who did it. I was enabled, somebody did it. But anyway, let me see what Michael inspirations is. It keeping my, oh, I just want to make sure I got everybody. Good morning, Brenda and Amber. I'm not sure if I said good morning, Amber. I saw you pop in. Vivian, hello, welcome. We have quite a house full today. Very nice. Um, so I think I know what you're going to say to this one, but I want to ask. First of all, I love that we have the same brain. Okay, so as I'm asking you these questions, I'm kind of asking myself, um, how do you, is there ever a time, which I think I know the answer, but is there ever a time when you just say to yourself, I can't do it today. I can't be creative. I can't do it.
the day that I wake up that I need to go under the ground rather than being on top of it. That'll be the day that happens. And because I'm creating, no matter if I'm in this room or in my kitchen or I'm in my yard, I forage out in my yard. I'm always
Yep.
creating. The entire wedding is being made by me,
That
and
is awesome.
I've got way more ideas and inspiration than I have time.
Amen. And I kind of knew you were going to say that. There's times when I can tell myself, you need to turn your brain off, but it doesn't happen. So when I hear people online saying, I lost my crojo or this and that, if I think you and I are blessed in that we can do something else.
Mhm.
If I don't feel like picking up a crochet hook today, I can pick up a hot glue gun and some pine cones and rocks, and we're going to make something. You know what I mean? So I think our advice to other people that maybe don't have this going on is try to find at least one or two more crafts so that when your crojo goes away, you've got something else. Or maybe it is, I don't know, because I don't have that brain. Maybe it is nice to be able to just sit still and not do anything.
I
you
think
know?
my thing would be to tell them, and it sounds funny, but go outside and touch some grass.
Yep.
Go and whether, go refill your cup in some way. Like
Yep.
I call it centering and grounding. Other people
Mm-hmm.
will call it, going and getting in touch with their spirituality or however you need to do, however you call it, it's the same thing.
Yep.
But I will go out and I will ground,
Yep.
or I will ground sometimes even with my spinning wheel, because touching that natural fiber, being
Yep.
connected to natural elements.
Isn't that an awesome feeling?
Yeah, let go of
Yep.
all the negative, all the bad, all the ooky, and just fill your cup back up with
Yep.
inspiration and love and joy. And
That is perfect. Just breathe. Take a minute because trees don't care what's going on in the world. Trees and birds don't. Just take a minute to walk out your door and breathe. And that is such great, great advice. And another good one is try something new. Pick up a pine cone and say, what can I do with it? Even if it's just cover it in peanut butter and dip it in birdseed, you've made something else. You know what I mean? So, oh my goodness, your brain, I could talk to you all day. You're going to have to keep an eye on the time because you and I forget about it. And Margaret is a lot like us. Margaret is Margaret has a lot of irons in the fire as well as we do. And Marianne, thank you. I did write you a poem about your crojo. I don't know if you saw that, Bridget. Marianne, aka Mama Wench, had lost her crojo. So I wrote her a poem and I read it to her on the air. So, what made you hit that button? What made you say, "This is it. Today's the day. I'm launching my channel. Here I go." What made you do it?
I wanted friends. I am a South Carolina transplant, originally from Wisconsin. I'm disabled, so I don't work outside the home. I don't practice any affiliated religious practices. So, how do you, in your 30s, 18 hours from your home, meet
Mm-hmm.
and make friends without being the crazy lady that stalks people in the craft aisle? Like, seriously,
Been there, done that.
the secret has eluded me, because I've even tried the crazy lady routine, talking to people in the craft aisle, and they seem receptive, but then you never yet.
Right, right,
So, yeah,
right.
I wanted friends. I wanted someone, because my fiance, he's wonderful. And I could talk to him till I'm blue in the face about yarn, and he'll sit there and go, uh huh,
Uh
yes,
huh.
honey. Oh, that's wonderful, dear.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, I
And
like that.
he has no cotton picking clue. And I mean, he loves that I make stuff. He's always asking me, honey, can you make this for the house? Honey, can you make that for the
Yeah.
house? I made all the curtains for the house and stuff like that. So he absolutely loves that I do that stuff, and he's interested in it, but it doesn't bring him the joy that it
Yeah.
brings me.
And
Like,
therefore, it doesn't bring you the connection with someone who I get it. Um, yeah. So I actually went to the library, the local library, and started a club because I wanted the same thing. I'm way out here in the middle of nowhere. I just retired in January, so I don't go out to work anymore. I don't, so I'm like, I need to broaden my circle. And I went to the library and I started the crochet club, which I will be doing members live today at Crochet Club. But it's very difficult, like you said, to find and create a circle.
Yeah.
And so you hitting that button, how big is your circle now?
1666, and I've been going for just over 5 years. I
That's
did take a
awesome.
year off. I had a little bit of a bullying situation, a little bit of a drama situation, and I've never been that person, didn't want to deal with it. So
Mm,
I stopped hitting the button for a year. But then I missed my friends.
yeah.
I missed sharing, granted, I didn't have a whole lot of people following me, but I miss sharing with the people that, like, oh, there's Daigo, there's Diane. I know her, she comments on every video.
Yeah.
There's, or like my very first subscriber was Madonna Ballard. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Madonna, but she is in the crochet community. She's one of our OGs, like she's been around for a minute, and she was my very first subscriber, and I looked up to her
Mhm.
prior to starting my channel. I'm like, wow, this lady's so awesome. She reminded me of my grandma, like just very spicy, sassy lady. You like it, you don't give a crap if you like it or not.
Or
You
not,
know,
right?
love that about her. So when she subscribed to me, I'm like, you know.
Fangirl, fangirl, I get it. I get it. Juan the Yarn Addict was my fourth subscriber. I almost lost my brain. I'm like, wait, what? So I get it. But that's why I'm doing these interviews. That's why I do these, because I want to share your people with my people. Because there are so many in our community. Even if you just take the crochet world, just take the crochet and yarn world, not even the crafts that you and I get into, not even all that other stuff. There are so many that it's very hard. Like you're mentioning channels I've never heard of.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel bad because they sound like amazing people, but there's just not enough hours in a day for me to. I could subscribe to them all, but I
Right.
don't have time to watch them. And I don't know. I think that YouTube might drop you from a subscription if you don't at least participate.
Every now and again, yeah, they will. They do
Yeah,
purges if you haven't watched the channel for a while or whatever. They
right,
will purge you out. Or like, say someone comes in here, right? And they're like, "Oh my God, I love this lady. You guys got to subscribe to her." And everyone goes to subscribe to her. But then after you're live, they don't go back. They don't watch a
right,
video. They don't leave a
right,
comment. More than likely, that subscription is going to fall off.
right, right.
You
And
need to
that is,
proper
there's,
steps.
yes. And so that's the point. Like I said, there's so many channels out there that being not just a yarn person, not just a crochet person, I was talking about this yesterday. It's really important to find something that you stand out, something like you with your bags or you with all that cool stuff you got going on behind you. I can't even stop looking. But I love it. I want to just go play in your room. What is that?
My newest venture.
What? Oh, come on. What is it? I want to play with it.
This right here is my
Yeah.
advent calendar,
Fun.
available for Halloween and the winter holidays in yarn and or fiber.
So there's a prize in each box.
There's a yarn in each box. There's a 20-gram mini in each box, and then the white box in the bottom is a full hank.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you have a store.
I have a website. Yes.
You have a website. Now,
And then
Margaret, I'm so sorry to ask you if you could. What is that? I love it.
my hand dyed yarn.
You know what that reminds me of? You know those gardens that hang up on the wall? They have the vertical gardens. That reminds me. Oh, that's beautiful. I
I
love that.
a wax seal. Now I make the labels myself. I don't farm out anything. And my yarn is dyed with kitchen safe dyes. It's dyed with food coloring.
Wow.
Acid dyes put chemicals, lots of chemicals in the water. I live where I have a well. My well feeds into my ground. My ground grows food that I eat. I am not putting chemicals out there.
Right. Absolutely.
I use food safe, kitchen safe dyes, and that's not to cut anybody down. That's a
No,
personal
no, no,
choice,
no. It's just what you do. Right.
you know.
Oh,
But
they're beautiful.
and I got black for the very first time.
Oh,
That
now
was a struggle.
that's so fun. Look at those colors. Like I said, it looks like a garden. That's absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I see purple in there.
This is
And
one of
thank
my
you, Margaret. Just put your website up.
this one
Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
things.
Now, do you have a video of how you dye the yarn? Do
Not
you
of how I dye, only because I do mine differently than the other girls
okay.
do. Um, so I don't have the exact technique of like how I got the coloring to do this.
Hmm.
Um, not saying that I would be opposed to doing that. I just haven't yet. I do have videos where I am dyeing, but not in this technique.
Okay. All right. I love those colors. Now, Bridget just put a link up to your website, which I'm itching to go to. So I gotta go. Goodbye. No kidding.
And not only do I do the yarn, I do the hand dyed yarn, I do hand spun yarn, and I do custom orders for both. I also have 22 bags in my lineup that are all designed and made by myself. And not only do I sell the ready made, I've already got this bags here made, you can go to my shop and you can pick the fabric, or you can even email me and say, hey, Bridget, I want polka dotted lizards on a pink background, and I will go
Do want
searching
that.
the internet and I will find you what you want.
I do.
I'll send you some pictures, choose one, and then you order
Wow.
the bag or the set that you want, and I custom get that done for you. General turnaround is, if I have to order the fabric, if I get it in this afternoon, it will go out tomorrow afternoon.
Stop it right
And
now.
honestly, you can ask Bear about that. You can ask Melanie about that. You can ask numerous people. I have a very bad memory, so I have to
Get
do
it out.
things right away, because if I don't,
Right. All right. So I want a green polka dotted elephant on a purple background bag. Go. Oh, I quit it, Marianne, because I can't go shopping yet. Don't tell me. Don't don't anybody tell me what's there yet, because I gotta go shopping after this.
yes, ma'am, I love Spoonflower, and the reason I love Spoonflower is they also do sublimation printing on their custom fabrics, which again is ecologically friendly because
Oh,
they
nice.
reuse the water over and over and over again, instead of taking that water, using it, and throwing it out and using new water. They're
What
able
is
to use
Stoneflower? I don't know what that is.
Spoonflower is a custom printing site where you can get fabric of just about any kind. You can get wallpaper. You can get all
Wow,
custom printed. They have awesome stuff there.
that's pretty cool. I do not need another website. You guys quit it. Just quit it. I have look at this is my list of what I have to do today. Shopping is not on there yet. Yet. After talking to you guys, I can't guarantee it will be. But I gotta go back down in that dang basement. And just to let you guys know, I did do a video of approaching the basement and opening the hatch. But then once I got down in there, it was awful. So I couldn't do a video of it. So I didn't. But I will show you all the opening. Yet, Mel, I haven't done shopping yet. Oh my goodness. Um, so you kind of touched on it. What advice would you give someone whose finger is hovering over that camera lens and they're not sure they want to do it, what would you say to them about starting their channel?
You want the honest answer or the PC YouTube wants you to give
I
you
want
answer?
the honest answer, and I'll edit it if they give us a blank.
Oh, well, no, I'm not going to cuss or anything.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Well, honestly, if I knew everything about what happens in the backside of things and the emails and the comments and that part of it, if I knew all of that today, and today was the day I was going to push the button, I would not push the button. But I'm invested now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there are two sides of it. There are absolutely, there is the side we have here with all these wonderful people. We've got 30 people right now hanging out, chatting with us, but there's always the people that are looking for a reason to complain, they don't have what you have, so they're going to pick it apart. So I get that. I absolutely get it. I think that the best advice is do it, but put your armor on. Put
Yes.
your I don't give a damn hat on and do you and let them do them. And knock on wood, I have been very lucky. I am surrounded by wonderful people, and so far, unless YouTube has filtered it out, and I don't know how they can do that, I haven't had any. But from hearing and from watching, I can see that there is that side. There is that side, and
it can be very cutthroat. Myself and Mel, we have many others. We have a philosophy of it where I'm not competing with you. You and I can make the exact same thing, and yours isn't going to be better. Mine isn't going to be better. No one's can be.
right,
It's different. You're going to use a different yarn
right,
than I.
right.
Your stitches aren't going to look exactly like my stitches, and that is perfectly okay.
Yeah,
I want to with my channel, and my whole thing is I want to make, not to discount the fellas, MDL, Panda, stuff like that. I love the fellas, so no discounting them, but I am a lady. Okay. And the people that I care about the most and that I truly want to champion are my fellow ladies. So that's why my bags are a queen's bag, not this queen's bag,
yeah.
a queen's bag. The lady that owns the bag is the queen.
That's awesome.
That's my whole thing. I want to shout to the top of my lungs how talented and wonderful you are, and how talented and wonderful my girlfriend Mel is, and the beautiful, amazing things that you guys can do. Because you guys inspire me to do things like that.
Yes, that's beautiful. And plus,
You
the
know,
top you're
you
wearing is
guys
beautiful.
inspire me to do things that I never ever would have thought. I can't do that. I grew up being told you're an idiot. You're a
Yeah,
moron. You can't do nothing, right?
yeah,
You've messed this up. You can't do nothing. And now
yeah.
look at me. I design. I don't have to follow patterns.
Exactly. Good for
I
you.
can do
And
anything I do.
that's the encourage. That's the brain you have. That's the brain you have. You look at something and you don't tell yourself you can't do that. You look at something and you say, "What can I do with that?" And there is a big difference, and that is amazing. By the way, Amber already has a tote bag in her cart, so so there you go. And Michael, yes, you can get a queen's bag
That's
anytime. Absolutely.
you know. I don't didn't when I named the bags. I was not trying to discount the fellas at all because I love that the we've got fellas in our on our midst and they're very talented as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
But
And it's fun to draw inspiration from them as well.
right.
You know?
I found so much strength in who I am as a person through crochet. You know, my fiance was the wind that kept blowing underneath.
Which is awesome.
Crochet was my wings. And I learned how to fly.
That's
And
awesome.
now that I'm up here in these clouds, I'm not touching down anytime
Good for
soon.
you.
I'm planning on it, you
And
know?
keep your armor
And,
up, man, because there are going to be people out there that are going to be the naysayers, and they're
oh,
going
yeah.
to be what they're going to be. But you know what? If anything, just feel sorry for them because they don't have this core of people that we have. If they did, maybe they wouldn't be that sad. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're right. If you know what you know now, you'd be a little more apprehensive to hit the button. But I don't know. I speak for myself. I'm so glad you did because
I do really.
I absolutely love it. I love your brain and I love the process. By the way, Marianne has 2 bags in her cart now. So you're selling at least 3 of them while we're right on here.
But just is all I ask is me take a nap and then I'll ship them out this afternoon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I need a nap this afternoon, but it's not on my list. So I got to wait. I never got to my block party video yesterday because I ended up um, babysitting. Well, not babysitting, but hanging out with my grandson. um, yeah, Margaret. So Margaret is a brand new channel, and she did the same. She did the same thing. She just launched. She watched all of the drama, and she still said in her head, "Yes, I can do this." And she, if you haven't checked her out, please do. Michael wants to know if you have any Star Trek bags.
Don't, but I have done Star Trek before and I can again. If you wanted to send me an email because I will forget and it honestly it I've had 2 massive heart attacks. The first one I was dead for 3.5 minutes, so
Oh
short term
my!
really, really bad issue with me. So I need it in writing to kind of keep it, you know.
And your is your email address on your? It's on your website and it's on your channel, yeah.
And it's
Okay.
really easy. It's just my name at yahoo.com.
Okay. All right. So if anybody wants a specific bag, shoot her an email. Let me think. What? Whoa. Well, you said bold colors, but what is your favorite color and what is your least favorite color? Not necessarily color in general, like if you're in a coloring book, but to work with. What is your favorite color to work with or your least favorite to work with?
My very favorite is something as bright, if not more in your face bright than the pink that's behind me. I call it pink. Some people call it purple. To me,
I call it
fuchsia is
purple.
pink, you know. But, the ones that call it purple are generally ones that hate the color pink.
Oh,
So we'll give them that. They're just trying to tell people that they call it purple because they don't want to admit it's pink. I think my least favorite color to actually work with is probably black, and that's only for the fact that it is a little bit harder to see the stitches. It makes a beautiful project, and I will work with it, but it's
exactly.
not going to be like, oh yes, I want to make a king size blanket. It's going to be black. Yeah.
Black. Absolutely. I have, if I ever work with black, I always throw in a different color. I just can't, because like you said, I can't see it. I can't see the stitch. So that's funny because that's exactly how I would have answered that question. Um, I love to work with bright colors, as you can see. What about fabric? What is one of your go-to fabrics or your go-to types of yarn?
Well, for fabric, I'm really into the witchy theme. I'm a green witch, uh, nature based
Yeah.
spiritual person. And so I love, the herb plants and the mushrooms, but I also love the dragons and the skulls
Fun.
but that's not to say that I don't absolutely love the pinup girls. I think those are absolutely beautiful, especially when they do the makeup on them. I love working with that kind of fabric. I've had pinup boys too. They were cute, some little cowboys, and had some sailors. And
Nice.
um, I've done Harry Potter quite a few times, and I've loved making each and every one of those bags. I don't. I think I've had the most fun with the stuff that I had absolutely no clue what it was, though. Like someone ordered some, they wanted a Dragon Ball Z
Okay.
bag. Yeah, I didn't have TV coming up. I had no idea what a Dragon Ball Z was, or I had someone order this little purple dinosaur, and he's at Disney parks, but he's a at Disney parks only character. Like he's never been put in like
A movie
Disney
or something.
videos or anything like that.
Yep, yep, yep.
It was just different. It was fun to like look at something I'd never seen before.
Yeah, that's cool. And plus, you challenge yourself, right?
Right.
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of like when I'm doing. There's a few things. Amigurumi, I'm not great at. I keep trying it. I keep trying it because I love it. But and
I
then
got
there's
my newest.
and we everybody knows if you look in the comments, everybody knows how much I love working with plastic canvas. Ah, ah.
First, I made a tiny pumpkin.
Oh my goodness!
Okay. But
Holy
that's
moly!
absolutely ginormous compared to the next one that I made, which is going to blow off my finger because my fan is going. Yep,
Ah,
there it went.
there it goes.
Oh, oh,
How did you do that?
oh, I got to turn the fan off. Uh,
Karen's laughing
this
at me.
next one I did. Whoa, where'd it go? There it goes. I did with sewing thread and a 0.60 millimeter,
Oh my goodness! Holy
and it
moly!
has a stem and leaf.
I see that. I don't wait. Holy moly! Mel says, "Wait for it." Wow.
Someone challenged me after I made the micro or the small pumpkin. They're like, I bet you got to do it with sewing thread. And I
Wow.
have the hooks, so I popped out the hook and I grabbed the sewing thread. It only took me like 20 or 30 minutes to make that pumpkin.
Wow. What I would do is just like ball it all up and hot glue it and stick a thing on and be like, there it is. There it is. We're done here. That's so funny. That is so cool. And that's another fun aspect of these interviews is I learned something new from every one of my guests. And with you, like I've already got written down that I want shorts. So I'm going to make some shorts. So, oh, there we go. I challenge you to make a mini granny square
I could definitely do that.
because I tried and it did not work out so well.
Have you
So,
ever done a blindfolded granny square?
no, I don't do anything blindfolded. For the record, everybody in the world, I don't do anything blindfolded.
We have
I fall upstairs, just so you know. So we don't need to cover my eyes.
quite a few of us have done it because we have a couple. One of them is actually a podcaster that is blind. So she put out a challenge to us all us visual people,
Wow.
sighted people, to try what she does. And I surprised myself. I was able to make a granny square blindfolded. And I was also able to do all my stitches and not miss the chain. They were not uniform stitches.
I wonder if I could even just do a chain with my eye. I can't, like I said, I fall upstairs. I couldn't imagine trying to accomplish anything with my eyes covered. Yeah, we're all going to try it. Whether or not we admit it, we're all going to try it. I've recently tried left-handed. That's interesting. I'm going to work a little bit more on that during the crochet club. Good morning, Scraptastic Crocheter. That's fun to say. Scraptastic. Michael. He falls sitting down. Yeah. And you know what? My wonderful daughter has my grace. She fell up a ladder once. It is what it is. It's just this is where we are. Stairs are bullies. I get it, Mel. Uh, oh, Scraptastic is from Sweden. Nice. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness. So what is it we can expect to see coming up on your channel? Are you going to launch any new adventure, or are you going to expand on anything you're currently doing? What can we expect?
Well, I still have the flower drive going on for the wedding. The very next thing is hopefully we'll be getting married in the spring. It might end up being pushed to the fall, but then really, truly hot, trying for the spring. But he had both hips replaced this
Uh,
last uh, well, winter and spring. So, yeah, we're
mhm,
trying to catch up on everything.
sure.
But we will be doing lots of bags, hopefully. And I have a custom spin coming up because I had my 5-year anniversary, and the grand prize for that was a custom die and spin.
Fun.
So I'm waiting on color choices, and I will start that out. During the winter time, I dye my fiber and my wool using my wood stove. So I like to do videos with that
I
because, like I said,
miss
I
the
like
wood
to pay
stove.
for things. So if I can use the heat that's coming off the wood stove rather than
Sure,
electricity to,
sure.
heat the water, I'm going to use the residual.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Good morning, Flower Tammy. Good morning, Sherry. Sherry says, as someone who is visually impaired, crocheting can be done. Sherry, I admire that. I didn't mean to poke fun, and I'm sorry if it felt like I was. I was actually poking fun at my own clumsiness and my own inability. Um, so I understand and I admire your talent. Absolutely. Good morning, Miss C. How are you? Good morning, Barbara. We have quite a house full this morning. This is fun. Do you have, when you sit down to crochet, turn around to your wall, grab something, grab a hook, what's your go-to? As you can tell from my yesterday show, I go to ponchos. I always make ponchos. I didn't realize I did that until I counted all the ones I had. So what is your, I feel like making something, I'm gonna make
Wearables, skirts, dresses, something that's going to go on my body.
nice. I love that. I'm like
Okay.
so jealous because I would love to be able to do, look, I'm wearing some crappy t-shirt right now because
I
I
mean,
got up late because so but
the,
I would love to have a crochet. I saw that when I love that. Now, do
this
you have patterns for these, or do you sell these, or
No,
do
this is literally, I mean, if you can make a chain that goes from your knee up over your shoulder and back down to your knee, you can make this.
I question that?
No, I'm serious because you
Well,
literally
my
go,
ability. I question.
you make a chain that literally comes up and then back
Yup.
down,
Okay.
and then you crochet back and forth, back and forth, back and forth down that chain until you get to
Here. Yeah.
here. So you do your arm into here. Then you continue with the back piece going up and down, but only until your neck. Then you get to this side and you make a chain again to come back down to your knees,
Yeah.
back and forth, and then you just come back and you fill in this middle section.
And you just shorten the sleeve, shorten the chain for the sleeve.
Well, no, you just come back in and add on a little bit. You just,
Yeah. Oh, right, right, right. Duh.
I
Wow.
mean, literally, and you can do this where instead of connecting it in the middle, you leave it open,
Yep.
and then you have a cardigan.
Yeah, because I have been challenged by Mishi to make a cardigan, so that might be the easy way to do it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, and I offer it to everybody, and obviously at some point I won't be able to do this, but at this point in time, anybody that needs help, anybody that's like, I have this idea, but I cannot figure out how to get it from idea to crocheted project. If you reach out to me and you say, hey, do you have some time to video chat with me for a while? I will sit down and I will video chat with you and I will explain to you how to do what it is that you're wanting to do.
Bridget, seriously, you are amazing. Just
Well, I mean, I
just
would
mic
want
drop.
something
That's
to help me
amazing
out.
for you to offer that. Do you know how many people me included, would go to YouTube and try to find a video that explains or that is what's the picture in my head. You just gave them the option of saying, give me the picture in your head and I'll help you make it. That is absolutely amazing. You are, number one, super talented. Number two, the kindness in your heart is amazing. So I am absolutely so happy to have met you and bring you here. And I just, again, my community just went like this. One more hug in it, one more person in it, one more, and I love it. I like you, the friendships that, and they're not just my subscribers, they're not just people hanging out. These are friendships. These people know me. We're together every morning. You know what I mean? They know my goofiness. They know when my eyes are puffy. They know when my hair is, you know what I mean? You just gave these people a handout. Reach up, take my hand, and I'll show you. And that's amazing. So, anybody, seriously, if you haven't subscribed yet, get on over there. Get on over there and reach out to Bridget. Take what's in your brain and have Bridget help you put it on paper or in yarn or whatever. And then they could even get some of your yarn to make it. Oh, oh my
Be
God.
awesome.
My brain just went, woohoo!
I love getting my yarn made up into things.
That is so cool. Now, do you also have a Facebook page?
Yes, I have a Facebook group.
Nice. So we could, if we make something, we could go to your group and show you what we made with your idea. That is awesome. Thank you, Margaret.
This is my hand spun yarn, hand dyed hand spun yarn.
Beautiful.
And it
Beautiful.
does like an ombre where it goes from the
Ombre.
pink and then down into the blue. And then this is also my hand spun yarn, and I did self striping.
I love that. So not your talent is blowing my mind. I'm too tired for your talent to be this good. You got to stop. I haven't had enough sleep for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That I'm so glad that we had this time to chat and for me to get to know you. And I'm blown away by you. I love it. And I love your room. I want to just come sit in your room.
Oh, please do.
Now, where are you located? Whereabouts are you?
I'm just well, right around Columbia, South Carolina, or about 45 minutes out of Georgia, Atlanta, not Atlanta, Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta. I love Augusta, Georgia. I lived by Fort Gordon for a year when I was little, but well, 18, but whatever. I loved Augusta, Georgia. Now my sister is in Jackson, South Carolina, somewhere around there, somewhere around there. So you're more neighbors with my sister. But I like to keep our visits to an hour because I try to respect everybody's time. Is there something, is there a message you want to share with everybody? Because now you might have a new audience here of people who are just meeting you. Is there a message or something you want to share with everybody before we wrap things up?
If there's something that you want to try, don't let anything intimidate you. Try it. Jump in head first. Because with crochet, with knitting, with sewing, with just about anything, what is done can be undone, can be practiced, can be tried again. There is absolutely nothing in this world that you can do to a project that can't be fixed. So try it.
Try it.
Because if you don't try it, you've already failed.
Right. Love that. Love that. Just try it. Doesn't matter the craft. It doesn't matter. Just try it. And that pretty much, that is a perfect way to end our interview. Just try it, everybody. And go see Bridget. Go to Bridget's store, which I can't wait. I'm going right after we hang up. Everybody's saying amen, Bridget. Amen. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Have a great day, everybody. Bridget, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on with me. We'll do it again. It's not a one and done. We can hang out. Let me know. Or if you want me to come on with you, however you want to do it, whatever I want to hang out with you more. Because it's very rare that you find such a like mind. So I would love to hang out and do some crafts. Maybe you and I could just do a video chat and do a craft together. That would be fun. That would be really fun. So thank you. Thank you for making my show better. Thank you for introducing yourself to my people and for bringing people with you. Welcome, everybody. I hope you come back. I hope our places can join. I hope our villages can join. And I'm going to end it by saying, everybody, be happy, be kind, and be creative. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you.
Thank you.